Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper. Guys, in this video, I just want to tell you on my adventure to work today is that we are truly Baruch to be living in this last generation and to be awake. I woke up this morning, sunrise, just got to see the sunrise, just beautiful, nice, crisp fall day starting up, summer's starting to transition out. Just sober grateful for the breath of life. And, I look around and I see people in fear and panic. Still this day, just wound tight, man. And last night, I never turned the news on. But my dad recently had a stroke. And taking care of him. And he mom and dad's living with me right now till they get their new place fixed up. So just a lot had been going on, and I was trying to take care of my dad there and help him, and he was like, well, I want to watch the news. And I was like, well, all right, I'll fix you up. And I never watch it because it just triggers me, okay? It just triggers the worst side of me. And it just so happened when I turned on the news the other night, it was like 7 o'clock prime time Eastern, CBS or whatever, and President, is that the right word to really say, appointed, I guess we would say, the man in office, Biden, because he sure wasn't elected. I seen it, and he was mandating for everybody in government, and I think if you had employees over 100 and everything, all this new crap, just trying to force everybody's hand on taking the vax, on taking the jab. And it's just like the other day when I went to the baby doctor with my wife, I watched the doctor's whole demeanor change after my wife very blatantly told the doctor, I'm not taking it. I watched that doctor's demeanor change, and it's just great times we're living in. We're truly Baruch to be living in the time we're living in, because we're finally seeing what people's about. It's like that one lady said on a TikTok I seen the other day, said that somebody shared on Facebook, said that we were starting to see the level of consciousness of people. We're starting to see people's true colors. And it's such a Baruch time to be alive, folks. And I tell you what, just like I watched the news the other day, I was just thinking to myself after that, I'm like, I wish they'd just go ahead and go all the way. Like, go ahead and tell me that I'm an evil person because I didn't take the poke, and that I'm under pain of death, that you'll come get me. Just go ahead and let's go all the way with it. I'm willing to go all the way. Are you willing to go all the way with it? Come on over to my house, and let's see who will go all the way with it. And I tell you what, like, as frustrated as I get, as frustrated as I am, we all need to just rejoice that we're finally seeing things begin to unfold. Like, we're seeing Revelation 18, the drug sorcery, the nations being deceived. I mean, like, this is all going right down. We're seeing literal biblical prophecy being played out in front of our very eyes. It's exciting. And what I'd far say on top of it is the other day somebody commented and said, like I was delusional, I think it was, and that, like, I think I needed help, and does it not get tiresome believing all the stuff I believe? I'm sure it was Flat Earth that triggered them. I said in that video the other day about, like, we'd been lied to about so much through our life. Is that, something that's so beautiful and encouraging to me, and is that when the trumpets finally do kick off, okay, compiled on top of everything else that is in motion at this point, nations will crumble. And it's going to be beautiful, even though I know it's going to hurt my life. It's going to hurt everyone's life. But it's going to be beautiful, because that great reset will be acknowledged. Now, the news will probably be like, 30 of the stars fell out of the heavens. It was just a meteor shower passing by, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, folks, now the news is always going to excuse stuff. The news is always going to sell a false narrative. The news is always going to push. Well, I think there's only 5 corporations in the world that own all the news outlets, okay? Like, uniformly across the board, if I've got my statistics correct. So, I mean, like, you can't believe anything the news says, okay? And like last night, I watched the news as a woke person, and the good woke, like, into the truth. And, I watched Biden speak for all of, like, a minute and got triggered. And angry. Like, when I say triggered, these people that all the news does is tell them what to believe every day. My heart goes out to them. And not only that, like, the stuff that's spewed in the church house when they don't even actually open up their Bible. Oh, I wish you could see this sunrise, but it's so bright across this lake where I'm driving right now. Like, it's just so beautiful. I'm going to work on a tiny house today at my friend's factory while I'm home for a while in between job or construction for my own self. But guys, I just don't get down. I try to stay encouraged, and actually, not only am I encouraged, I'm so grateful at this point because I by the grace of God, I have my health, and I can see with spiritual eyes where the day and hour we are in. And I don't profess to be a prophet, pastor, preacher. I'm just a guy trying to walk out the truth. And I'm telling you what, if you do, especially I'd speak to people in clergy and leaders and stuff like that, if you go around and you're telling your people to take the poke, and you're going around telling people that we're not living in the last days yet, you, my friend, need to just step off the batting plate, because you are a false prophet, false pastor, false teacher, because we are on the cusp of it all kicking off. I mean, folks, the world is being deceived by drug sorcery right now as we speak. I mean, this is no laughing matter anymore. But at the same time, be encouraged. Please be encouraged, because everyone that's ever laughed at, all these people that were scoffers and mockers, I am so excited to see when the trumpets pop off. They are going to be weak, groveling little pansies, and it's encourageable. Because, I used to think a man was measured by how big his muscles was and how tough he talked and everything. And then I seen all these muscled up people wearing masks and taking jabs. And I was like, you know what? I'm not the strongest man. I'm not weak at all. Oh, I'm not weak at all. Oh my gosh. I might even fall in the alpha male qualities at this point, because it's like, I'd just rather fight than even have a discussion about some of this stuff anymore. And I don't even care if we win. Just let's get it on. And I think part of that's aggravation, frustration from almost losing my own business from Rona, just getting shut down on jobs back to back because of other stuff and other people in front of me getting shut down. And, just the frustration of having to navigate this world now, because yesterday, folks, what you've seen, the last thing I'll say this, because I'm going to go have a great day, is the other day when I seen Biden speak, I just see a little boulder rolling down a hill to eventually smash into something, and that boulder just picked up a little bit more steam. It hit a little spot, jumped and skipped, and it's rolling a little faster now. And I'm like, that's where we're at with this right now. That's where the direction is that we're going, and it's not going backwards. Everything is going to descend further to the depths of hell from here, and that's okay. Once again, be encouraged, because it has to get darker before the dawn comes. All right, so anyway, just keep your head up out there. Be glad and rejoice and thank the Most High. Day of Atonement's coming up. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I want to say one last thing. Day of Atonement's coming up. And Day of Atonement, I want to sit in sackcloth and ashes if all possible, like I've done in prior time before. And I want to repent of any of my sins this past year and any ones I've ever forgot. And I want to make sure and thank the Most High that my eyes have been made open and that they have not been shut, so that I might receive salvation and stay the course and endure to the end, so that I might be saved. I tell you what, I'm so glad for that. And I think we need to start just saying thank you during this crazy time, regardless of how good or bad things have been. Just be grateful, because we could be asleep at the last hour right now, like many people are. Guys, till we see you again here, 7 Terms Prayer Channel. Hope Most High Yah Baruch and keep you, make his face shine upon you, show you favor, and give you shalom, my friends. In Yahushua name.